Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ethan Black, and welcome to Star Fox 64 with a twist. Tonight we'll be playing Star Fox 64 with drinking rules, and they are as follows. Rule number 1, every death, take a drink. Rule number 2, we leave no furry behind. If a teammate dies, we start the mission over and drink. Rule 3, take a celebratory drink after every successful mission. And Rule 4, if we lose the game, then you finish your drink. Now, I should be using beer, but because I've got nowhere to be and am bored out my gourd, I've actually got an old-fashioned with me, weighted heavily with bourbon. So hopefully we'll actually be able to complete this. I've only completed this challenge, self-imposed challenge, a handful of times. The other times just does not work, especially when you get into the harder routes. Anyways, a little history behind this self-imposed challenge. I had Snapchatted it, I guess put it up on a Snapchat story about 2 to 3 years ago and sent it out to my friends, and they got a kick out of it and told me I should do it on a Let's Play, which I blew them off at the time, just kind of said yes, just kind of yes to them to death, but didn't actually follow through with it because, you know, I had a job and places to do and people to see at that time. I don't now because, you know, coronavirus is so much fun. It's really not. So I figured, you know what, now's the time. I've got literally nothing to do, so let's get into it. You all know the story of Star Fox. If you don't, get caught up on your own time. Let's get to the good stuff.
It's about time you showed up, Fox. You're the only hope for our world.
I'm fairly new at YouTubing and Let's Plays in general. I've never really done them before, except, God, maybe once way back when, and I didn't really care for it that much. Didn't really get into it. But I kind of figured, like, I like watching them. They're always pretty fun to watch. And with everything happening now, I figured, you know what, if I can bring just a little bit of comedic relief, a little bit of bullshit, and a little bit of a distraction to anyone's lives during this kind of shitty time, then why not, you know? I've got nothing better to do than push-ups and play guitar and take my dog for a walk, but that, God, it gets very boring very, very quickly. Oh, and I forgot, for the drinking game, you have to do this on expert mode. To do that, you have to get medals on every single planet. And then, basically, expert mode is, everything is amped up to 11. So, enemies hit harder, and your wings break off faster. So for this run, we're going to try and stick to the hard route, and actually get the good ending, the one where you actually kill Andros, not his robot doppelganger.
We're entering Corneria City now. This is horrible. Everybody stay alert.
I don't know why I wasted that bomb. That was useless. Shut up, Peppy.
I'll take this one. Get the one behind me.
And I do apologize for not talking too much in the beginning. Normally I'm kind of a quiet person, but I'd always wanted to do this. And also, still fairly sober, so give it some time, folks. Give it some time.
Do a barrel roll.
I mean, hell, while we have some time, I guess I should talk a little bit about myself. Why not? I'm a RPCV, so returned Peace Corps volunteer. I had served in Zambia for 2.5 straight years. never left the continent, but I did leave the country once or twice to go on vacation. I think once to South Africa and another time to Malawi. But yeah, if anyone is familiar with Peace Corps terms, I was RAP 17, so basically a fish farmer who started in 2017. That was my main program. And it's always weird trying to talk about Peace Corps because people always just ask you the blanket question of, oh, how'd you like Africa? And it's like, well, there's one thing wrong with that. I was in Zambia, so yes, on the continent, but, you know, you can't really make blanket statements about entire continents full of countries. But how do you concisely explain an 8.5-year experience compressed into 2.5 years? It's a lot of people will think like, oh, 2 years, 2.5, that's not that bad. It's different. It's definitely a lot harder than you think it is. If you haven't done it before, I would highly recommend it. It's not easy by any means. Anyways, I'm going to shut up about that now and just smoke this boss.
Aim for the open spot. Yeah, it's working.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
We're Star Fox.
Alright. Drink number 1. Sweet. That is one thing that I really missed about America, was just being able to... I guess not about America necessarily, but where I was in Zambia, I was very much out there in the middle of the bush. Like, no power, no running water, no cars. No other Americans really, just kind of had to live and work in a foreign culture and
More like your father.
language. And
I'm fine. You okay over there?
I didn't
Fox?
really like drinking out in the middle of the bush alone. That can lead to some not so great circumstances. So one thing that I always missed was just making old fashions, like the way that I wanted to make them. Again, yeah, I could bring back a whole entire bottle of whiskey back into my hut in the middle of the woods alone, but that's just A, depressing, B, not good for you, you know? Alright, corn area down, sector Y. Like I said, we're going to try and do the red route all the way. Try and really slam this out. Have a little fun with it.
Back up
Just
the box.
adjusting this real quick.
Somebody's gonna pay for all this.
Also, you're probably going to hear a lot of button mashing, and I don't know how to fix that. This is my first time actually trying to record any sort of Let's Play, so hopefully it comes out okay. I have no idea. We'll, we'll see. What do you want, Rob? Oh, thank you.
Surprise attack coming from above. Hold them. They're trying to get through.
Oh, no. Alright, so that's another thing about expert mode. If you clip a wing, you automatically lose that, the 2 laser power-ups that you've got. And late game, those are real crucial. Especially once you get to the ending Star Wolf fight. That one's a doozy. Which again, normal mode, not that bad. But, expert mode, if you're trying to actually, I should clarify, if you're doing this on expert mode while also doing the drinking challenge, Star Wolf is a mother of a time. God! Alright, see, that's what I mean. We are in trouble already, but that's okay. We'll be fine.
Aha! Thought you could hide from me, eh?
Easy there, Slippy, little homicidal maniac.
I don't think so. Hey, leave me alone.
Oh, okay. What do you want? Haha, bitch.
Take him down with one shot.
Oh, I'm trying. Just trying not to die as well.
We're gonna break through that fleet. Is that the best you can do?
That's... You know what? No, it's not. Thank you for that truly motivational speech, asshole. Star Fox 64 always just had this really fun special place in my heart. I played it a lot when I was a kid, but I can never figure out how to get to the harder routes, like the yellow route or the red route. So it wasn't until 2016 when I actually finally, with the power of the internet, decided to search it up. And, yeah, a lot of fun.
Enemy field analyzed.
Some Gundam wannabe right here.
Geez, quit moving around. Good job. Keep up the good work.
Where'd he go? Barely see anything. Oh, there you are. God! I'm not this bad. I swear I'm not this bad. Just out of practice. Where the hell? Oh.
Flippy's hit.
Right, alright, alright.
Don't party just yet. It's time to try our new weapon.
Flippy's hit.
Oh, Slippy, please. It's mission 2. Shut up, Slippy, please. That's not nice. Where
Quit moving around.
are you?
Cocky little freak.
There goes my other wing. We are in a good ways, let me tell you.
What's wrong? Is that it? Cocky little freak!
Where? Just
Cocky little freak!
got him. Got him! Drink number 2. I'm a little worried about Slippy already.
We're heading for Auckland. Report in.
There you go.
God, you are like, if someone sneezed on you, you would die. God, that's
Skills have improved, Fox.
not an intentional Corona joke, but I guess it is now.
I guess you're good for something.
Alright, 5 lives. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Yeah. Well, I say yeah, but Aquas is not great. It's the only submarine course in the entire game, and it's pitch black and just controls really wonky. But it's either this or go to the, what is that movie? The Independence Day wannabe level. Nope. There we go. No, we're fine.
I'm sending the data to you guys. Shoot a torpedo to help you see. Looks like the pollution has started.
Nope. Nope.
Awesome.
fuck off.
Wow! Look at that! It's beautiful! How's the blue marine, Fox?
It is just dandy, thank you.
It's a good thing you prepared, Flip. This thing will never hold together.
Again, I do apologize for being so quiet. This is my first time kind of doing this thing, and also it's weird to talk about video games when there's not a whole lot going on, especially in Aquas. It's very kind of slower paced, even though it can definitely get very, very hectic towards the end. And I don't know, Peace Corps stuff, it's like, how was Peace Corps? Peace Corps was a lot. That's how it was. A lot of good, a lot of bad, a lot of gray days in between, but again, if someone asked me, like, would you do it again, I would say, like, absolutely, without a doubt, in my mind, would do it again. Maybe not the same program, just because I...
Look out behind you!
criminal justice major, poli-sci minor, had worked a couple security... Get away from me, sir. I'm swimming here. But, yeah, anyways, had worked a couple security gigs before that. I was just very much, as was basically every other volunteer, was very much more mentally prepared for, like, a more constant work environment, I suppose. More of a... which is dumb, because you go to Peace Corps to try and work with other cultures, which probably don't function on the same sense of time that you do. Or that, I guess, Westerners, stereotypical Western countries do. But, there were other programs, like the health program, CHIP, or I guess CHEP, as it's now called. I don't know. I think I just would have thrived better if I was in the... Ow. Thank you, Slippy. I think I would have thrived better if I was in the health or education programs. They work with the schools and clinics, and generally seem to have, like, a more constant schedule. I say generally, just because everything is very individual to each site that a volunteer is placed at. Like, one volunteer site may have a lot of work, another volunteer site may have almost no work. One of the things that I tried to do was I tried to actually get a health clinic built out near my community, because the only other one was, Jesus, 25, 30 kilometers away. It was a whiles away, and my counterpart had told me of a lot of situations. No, stop, please. Sorry. My counterpart had told me about a lot of situations where mothers had given birth while en route to the clinic, and that people who had injuries had to basically walk there or be biked there. And he even told me at one point, like, people had died en route to the clinic. And the clinic was really, like, my main goal, I guess, through service. Along with, like, your side projects, like the HIV education and prevention programs. Like, those, I found a lot of fulfillment, I'll say, in those. But definitely the health clinic was, like, my main thing. And as of right now, I don't know if it's completed, because long story short, we did not get all the materials that we needed, and that's not due to any fault on any of the donors' ends or anybody really in the village's end. It's just we were dealing with politicians in a developing world, and, you know, you can kind of guess how that goes. But I won't go into details. I'm not here for that. I'm here to drink, play video games, and provide people with entertainment. Fuck this boss. So easy. And drink number 3. But yeah, a difficult project. It was maybe 65 70% of the way done when I left. But I found a lot of fulfillment in trying to build that as well. Like literally digging toilet pits alone. These things are like 3 meters deep and 2 meters wide by 2 meters long. And you're just trying to dig alone out there. And also hauling and mixing cement, laying bricks and whatnot. It was a lot. Alright, I'm going to shut up again about old stuff and just focus on the game. See, I wasn't really worried about the first 3 levels. Here it kind of... God, I hope it kind of picks up after this. And also, we are going to take a break real quick and continue this in video 2 with... What planet is that again? Zonus? Yeah, that's Zonus. Alright, see you.